Do you want to run mesh out of two back with push motion? Well, you're in luck. Hey coaches, Coach McKie here, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time visiting my channel, welcome, and let me tell you what it's about. We talk about the spread offense, passing schemes, running schemes, tempo, any and everything that has to deal with spread offense we talk about here. So if that's something you want to learn, then click that subscribe button down below and hit that bell notification right beside it so you know when I'm going to post a new video. So I've been going over the mesh concept, how Coach Mummy runs it, how Coach Leach runs it, how Coach June Jones runs it, and going into the intricacies of that route. Well, I've had a couple of coaches reach out and want to know, hey, can you run this at a two-back push motion formation? And I was like, yes, you can, because Coach Mummy talked about that at the one-back clinic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over how you can run the mesh concept using Coach Mummy's way out of the two-back formation. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and now let's get into the video. Go over it real quick before we get into the live coaching call. And before I do that, coaches, if you want to learn about the air raid, I put a book out. You can go to airraidbook.com. It's a nice, simple read. It's an ebook. You can get it right then and there if you want to learn more about the air raid. If not, don't worry about it. Let's dive into this plate. Now, I love push motion because what do you do when you get into two-back sets right here? Most of the time, defensive coordinators are going to do something like this and roll to three because they automatically assume, oh crap, there's two backs in there, we're going to have to do something because they're going to run the ball. For some reason, defensive coordinators think when they see that, you're going to run. You don't have to. What I like to do is I like to get in two backs and push to 3-by-1 and make the defense do something. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to push motion the F. Now, you can push them on cadence. You can have your quarterback wave them. You can pick your leg up, the quarterback's leg up and down. You can do it on a clap, pause, then call the cadence. Whatever it is you want to do, you go ahead. My quarterback, he liked to wave them on because it made him feel like a stud doing it. So you go ahead and you do that if you want. Also, I'm doing this out of the How Mummies version. I just think that times up better. If you need to figure it out, I have videos down on this page that you're watching, or you can go to YouTube. I put them, everything I'm doing here, I'm doing on YouTube as well. But for a refresher, we got a 10-yard out. We are meshing with the Y right here. Remember, if it's man, then he'll bend it up. If not, he'll settle up. The Y, the L in this case is meshing with the Y, and he can bend it up if it's man or sit it down if it's zone. And what the tailback does, and I didn't create this. I stole this straight from Coach Hal Mummy when he was at the one-back clinic 2 years ago. He says he has his guys step up for 2 seconds to see if anybody's coming, and then he is off to the side in the flat. And if you look at it, and if you go back and watch my previous video, this looks exactly like mesh at a 3-by-1 early and late because you have an out, then you have the flat. So 1 to 2, this is 3, and this is 4 right here. And this is, he said he loved to do this when he was playing in the red zone, when he knew teams were going man-to-man, and he started to do a lot of this kind of motion because, let's face it, everybody likes to do it. Tear motion with inside zone, tear motion with pin and pull, tear motion with stick. You can do a lot of things with it, and this is just another way where you can go tear motion. The defense has to react somehow. So the number one thing we saw was if we go tear motion, my country accent's coming out, he would fly down here and try to take this away. That's fine, because if he does that now, where's the grass at? The grass is right in this area right here. So if the quarterback can't go, so if the corner drops back, the linebacker takes the tear motion, well, now you have all this grass on this side with the mesh concept, and your quarterback can get it because we like to, because I stole it from Coach Mummy, we like to go quick game on the mesh. So it's a 1 to 2 and then 3. So it's a drop step, kind of like I use the same footwork I do on my Y corner and my Y stick, where the quarterback's just taking kind of like a rocker step because it's a quick game. We want to get the ball out in that under 2 seconds. Now, I know that doesn't sound right for all you gurus out there, quarterback gurus, but that's just what works for me. I've watched a lot of Coach Mummy's film. I've watched a lot of Mike Leach's film. They do the same thing, right foot up if he's right-handed, left foot up if it's left-handed, and I just model what I want my quarterbacks to do with what they do to their quarterbacks because they're a lot better at this than I am. So it's 1 to 2. If none of that is here, then I like to read it 3 to 4. If you got a guy that can read this as just 1 to see who pops open
right there. And then here's the last one, backside. And remember, he can say ball, ball, ball if no one's around him. If he can get the ball, and when he catches it, he gets 10 yards without batting an eyelash, without dropping it, no defenders there. We teach our quarterbacks, you have to go ball, 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 and then the quarterback just catches it. And when he hears that, and he hears that ball call, he's just throwing it right now. Because if he doesn't, then I am getting on the quarterback. If the quarterback throws it and it's an interception, or the guy in the flat backside doesn't get 10 full yards, that's on him. Then I'm digging in this guy's behind. But he hears ball, he throws it. So there you go, coaches. That's how we run our mesh concept at a two-back with push motion. If y'all do anything different, please leave a comment below. And if you're already signed up, hey, I'd love to see you in 20 minutes with Coach Patrick Taylor. We're going to be talking about the 6 concept, his open grass concept, shallow cross, gap runs, and all of that. And again, if you want to get a taste of the air raid, if you want to read about the air raid, I have written a 150-page book on the air raid. I go over everything, every play, how to block it, tags, how to combine plays to make it seem like it's more difficult to the defense than it really is. If you want to look at it, maybe you want it, maybe you don't, that's fine. You can go to airraidbook.com. And until next time, coaches, let's continue to master the spread, score points, and have fun.